Running a little late tonight, but we just wanted to thank you all for coming and welcome you to the 2019 Norton High School Girls Soccer Banquet. We wanted to, on behalf of the entire Booster Club, we were really thrilled that you could all join us this evening in celebrating the girls and their accomplishments this season. We have a lot to share with you, but we want to get started with dinner right away. We've got some really great catering from Olive Garden tonight, so we're going to start with our seniors, girls and boys, right here in the middle. Both ends are exactly the same. So you guys go ahead and go up first, and then we'll just start here and we'll work our way towards the back.
This is on 2019 Norton Lancers Girls Senior Banquet. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's a Tuesday, November 19th, 2019, and we're celebrating the Girls Soccer Banquet. And we got a couple of boys soccer players supporting the girls, and it should be all be a good time.
There's 10 boys, 8 girls, 10 boys.
I'd like to start by thanking all the players and the parents for tonight and the family members who supported them throughout the season. And a huge, huge thank you to everyone who was involved in making this banquet a huge success, as always. Meg, you did an incredible job this year as head coach. The girls are so incredibly lucky to have a leader who is so dedicated and passionate, and thanks for keeping me around another year. My JV girls, I'm so proud of you all for another amazing season. We finished with 11 wins, 2 ties, and 3 losses. In 16 games, In 16 games, we scored 52 goals and defensively had 7 shutouts. We were so fortunate to have so many freshmen try out this summer. And despite being a young team, we continue to be one of the best in the league. At the JV level, when there aren't playoffs to look forward to, we look for the little successes that just aren't our stats. We look at things like the unity girls had on and off the field, how well you transitioned into a new formation, and how when we lacked numbers toward the end of the season due to injuries, we never did. Things like that mean far more to me as your coach than the numbers of wins and losses we had. I saw so much growth from each one of you throughout the season, and I hope you are just as proud of yourselves as I am of you. In your reflections, when asked if you felt the team achieved success, almost all of you said that one of our major successes was how well you worked together, and I couldn't agree more. At the beginning of the season, I asked you all to set a goal for yourself individually and as a team. And upon your reflections, I truly believe that each one of you worked so extremely hard toward those goals. I was so impressed with all your academic achievements in extracurricular activities, dance, horseback riding, fest studies, DECA, coaching, and my personal favorite, the Kindness Club, which I might start at my school, whatever. And so many more. Being able to juggle your academics, soccer, and all those extra activities you're involved in is something to celebrate because I know it's not easy. To the seniors, I can't believe that you're graduating. Each one of you will always hold a special place in my heart, having had many of you on my first team as a coach here. I'm confident you will all go on to achieve great things. I've loved watching each one of you grow as not only players, but into awesome young women who will certainly be missed. Like I always say, have so much fun in college, but not too much fun. And always remember to work hard and be safe. Congrats and best of luck on your next journey. I've always said I can never be a high schooler in today's world, not that I'm much older than you, but I know that being a high school girl is especially hard. So I hope each one of you will continue to stay true to yourself, always allow soccer to be a positive outlet in your life, and know that you'll always have my support. Thank you. First, I'd like to start with most improved. This player has improved tremendously since last year. Last year, she didn't get a whole lot of playing time in her primary position, but I was extremely impressed with her this year. She certainly isn't one of the biggest players on the field, but she's fearless. Her passion and drive to be the best player she can always be always shine through. This year she found her voice, and though she felt like she could never yell loud enough, she continuously guided her teammates and was a leader on and off the field. There's not many people who can fly through the air and close down on a forward during a breakaway without hesitation. Playing in a position where I feel, personally, that you're at a greater disadvantage, being the last line of defense in a huge event, this player still managed to have 7 shutouts this season. Most improved goes to Emma Shutouts.
Yeah, Emma.
Next I have MVP. This player was a consistent force for our team this year. She was more of a quiet leader who always led by example. Her drive and love for the game never went unnoticed, especially when she would try and hide her aches and pains by attempting to have her teammate wrap her ankle before a game so she would play. She was always so composed in our back line, even when a giant forward would be running at her full speed. She's an extremely coachable player, always looking to get better, but most importantly, she was so supportive of her teammates on and off the field, making her this season's most valuable player. Bree.
Yeah, Bree!
And last but not least, I've reviewed the year. Like I mentioned, we were so fortunate to have such a big freshman class try out this year, and so many of you were deserving of this award. The player selected for this award was someone who, day in and day out, was always looking to get better. For me as a coach, the first thing I look for in a player is how coachable you are. This player would ask what she could do to better herself as a player, and with a positive attitude and commitment, she immediately would start working on the feedback she was given. Though I think this girl was her own toughest critic, her passion for the game of soccer was incredible. Being a freshman can be intimidating for many, but that didn't stop her having fun. Thank you. Hold up. Sorry. That didn't stop her from being a leader on the field, and that stood out to us as a coach right away. This player worked tirelessly every single minute she was on the field in both game and practices, and finished the season with 10 goals. Rookie of the Year goes to Sheila Owens. All right, I'm going to pass it over to Meg now. Thank you.
Okay, Meg!
Good evening, everyone. It is quite the honor to be here tonight celebrating with you all. As with any large undertaking, there are many people who are deserving of special recognition. It is always a fear of mine that I may miss someone when it comes to showing my heartfelt appreciation. So please allow me one grand thank you on behalf of our coaches and players for all of your support this season. From our school administration to our athletic administration under the direction of Mr. Sumner, to our athletic trainer Michelle and her AT students, without their backing, our program would not be able to function the way that it does. I would like to thank the boosters for their dedication, efforts, and hard work with regards to helping the captains with winter and summer leagues, organizing all of the fundraising, ordering the Subway meals for all of our away games, and putting together special events that mean so much to these girls, such as senior night and this banquet. I would like to thank our loyal and understanding parents, siblings, and family members for their unwavering support of these girls, not just during our season, but every day of the year. And I ask that each of you ladies go home tonight and make sure that you thank your parents personally and your family members, because without them, a lot of the opportunities that have been presented to you would not be possible. I would also like to thank the senior boys for coming and supporting us tonight, and congratulations on such a great run the past 4 years. You guys have done a great job. I would like to extend a special thank you to Coach Taylor. It was an honor to have been able to play with you inside those white lines when we were younger, but it has been an even greater honor to be able to stand next to you outside those white lines now and coach with you. And finally, my greatest thank you is for all of you young ladies who wore the Norton jersey in solidarity this season. You have worked tirelessly day in and day out, pushed through adversity with strength and grace, celebrated successes, and then channeled them as motivation to keep going. And most importantly, you have all grown. You truly have exceeded my expectations and given me new meaning and passion behind being a coach. Transitioning from a player to a coach is a hard feat for some, but it is because of you girls that made it the easiest move for me. And now if it's possible, I think I love coaching more than playing the game. And that's something to be said for somebody who's been the one who's been putting her cleats on for the past 20 years. I am extremely proud of each one of you, and you should be proud of yourselves too. I would like to start off by embracing our student athletes as a whole. Amongst us tonight, we do not just have athletes who have demonstrated drive and success on the field, but who are also well-rounded individuals who have made accomplishments and contributions off the field, in the classroom, and in the community. And I think it is important to additionally recognize these achievements being made outside the confines of our field. These young ladies have much more to be proud of, including participation in other sports such as dance, horseback riding, ice hockey, basketball, track and field, lacrosse, softball, and our unified teams. We have honor roll scholars, members of multiple honor societies and/or DECA, and class officers. We have volunteers and club activists, whether that be with best buddies, random acts of kindness, coaching or roughing at the rec level, counselors at sport camps, or traveling outside the country for service trips. And we also have members of the working class, whether it be a job at Dunkin' Donuts, Kelly's Place, a supermarket, Great Woods, or even babysitting.
Or Rich Brothers.
It is inspiring to gauge all their activities and involvement and still see them come to soccer every day during the season with as much time as they do. I just want to commend each of you on all of your efforts. Second, I would like to congratulate all of you girls for your 2019 soccer season. What an exciting fall it has been. Collectively, we made some noise in the TBL, and good things are happening at Norton. This all has happened because of the awesome efforts of our student athletes in front of us, so well done, ladies. In the junior varsity ranks, we had the pleasure of Coach Taylor returning to lead our girls through the rigors of another season, a campaign chock full of many highs. Coaching a JV squad is no easy task, but Coach Taylor always had her team prepared to compete, and her girls were always at the ready. Year after year, our JV squad has made huge strides in the league, and this year was no different. They ended with a record over 500, as already discussed by Taylor, and I applaud their many accomplishments, both individually and as a team. I thank you girls for not just pushing varsity every day at practice, but pushing yourselves. As a coach, all we can ask for is hard work towards improvement, and your daily efforts put forth to succeed at that did not go unnoticed. So congratulations to you all. In the varsity ranks, there was a louder confidence amongst the team at the beginning of the season than we have seen in the past. This was a team who knocked on the door of playoff runs the last couple of years, and the senior leadership embraced that thought from day one, given that we were to be a fairly younger team this year. Collectively, our coaching staff knew that we had the makings of a team that would strive and work for their goals. Although our record does not show it, this team amassed a list of achievements. Like we discussed as a team on many occasions, we do not measure success by the wins and losses. Rather, we measure success by putting in hard work every time we put on our cleats and making improvement day to day, whether it be a small improvement or a large improvement. Nonetheless, the success is within the day-to-day improvement. And in doing so, we can measure the overall slope of our progress from start to finish and look back to see just what we accomplished and how much we have to be proud of. We have implemented a system where we play a lot of girls, and we even refocused our game plan close to the end of the season. The system is fluid, always growing, and in progress. The girls always responded to feedback and alterations, and even contributed to some of them. I think the most commendable point to discuss is that in which where we took the risk of implementing a new philosophy, not only approaching and viewing the game, but also how we play it. It took the focus away from a more defensive game and placed it on a high pressure on the opposing defense and packing the final third with numbers. It focused heavily on a high physical demand and an abundance of running. The risk was not only in the unconventional nature of this system, but also in the mere fact that we implemented it halfway through our season. Both of which would be things most coaches would steer away from. What it meant was that the girls had to run excessively and learn to play the game in tight, confined spaces at high speed. In my opinion, the girls not only trusted me and the system and put a tremendous amount of effort every day to implement this new style of play, but they also bought into the system as a whole. And because of these three facets, I think that it paid off with big reward. We worked on the new system in practice and then implemented it in a game, but got away from it a little bit towards the end. We went back to the new system in practice and then implemented it more in the next game. We followed this same pattern, and it certainly would have been easy for even a single player to sway permanently from what I was asking them to do day in and day out. But the girls worked together as a unit, as a team, and it showed from the start of the season to the end of the season the success that they were able to achieve. And even though we struggled to come out of games on top, we competed in every single game and even dominated for large portions of games against big-name teams. I had countless coaches tell me after the game how great we looked as a unit, that we were playing successful soccer, and that they were lucky to have come out of that game with a win. And the thing I am most proud of as their coach is that they never gave up. Not minute to minute in a game, not day to day in practice, and certainly not from the start of the season to the end of the season. The mental strength, motivation, and resilience that each of these girls displayed, despite any adversity that they were faced with, was astonishing and goes beyond any time spent on the field. Some games that stick out in my mind, and should stick out in yours, are the Dedham game that was away, where we kept pushing, and could have easily given up when we were down, but we came back to win. Or the Medfield game at home, where we scored first, and dominated in the second half, not allowing them to leave the final third. Or similarly, against Westwood at home. And the biggest game that I can think of we had was our final game at home against Dover Sherburne. That was the best soccer I had the pleasure of watching these girls play. It was a true testament to utter teamwork and implementation of our new system, where we barely swayed from the work I'd been asking them to put in for weeks prior, and nearly took down a top-notch team such as TS. Our goal is that everyone has a positive experience, and not only gains a team experience, but an individual one. We play high school sports to feel safe, valued, and confident in our abilities. Again, the value is not in the wins and losses, in the points, or in any other stats. Rather, the value is in learning the ability to grow and develop, not only as a player, but as a teammate, as a friend, and as a person. And this is what ultimately carries into your future. Every player is a work in progress, and it is truly about the journey. That is why we try to emphasize and prioritize above all else. From a coach's perspective, I could not have asked for anything else from these girls, and I hope you all realize the amount of success that you were able to achieve this season. I would now like to take some time to introduce you to all of our varsity team members, and I will be doing so by grade. I would also like to use this time to hand out the varsity pin. These are awarded each season for every sport that the student athlete participated in a varsity sport. These get added to the varsity letter that they've earned. We have the pleasure of awarding 20 student athletes tonight with a varsity pin for girls soccer 2019. When you hear your name, girls, you can come up and receive your pin. Since I'll be announcing by grade, I ask that everyone hold their applause until after each grade. So first we have our freshmen, Cameron Doyle and Lily Newell.
Yeah, Cameron!
Both of these student athletes came into preseason with their guns blazing, and it was quickly evident that they possessed the skill set and tenacity to make a difference. They have the largest impact on our offensive line, and we look forward to seeing what they bring to the table next year. Next, we have our sophomores. Both Caroline Turcotte and Mackenzie Dennett are returning varsity student athletes, and they certainly made a dominant impact on our defensive line, showing no mercy to opposing offense. Megan Cross, Caitlin Russell, and Bryn Leahy were first-year varsity student athletes. Caitlin's speed and foot skills helped us on the wings. Bryn's versatility and strength was felt all over the field, but primarily in the middle. And Megan's no-quit mentality and positivity impacted the middle, but also earned her captaincy. Abby Robichard joined our squad halfway through the season and never looked back. Her feisty attitude and keen judgment was important to our defensive game. And finally, we have Lauren Anderson, who joined our squad with 3 games left in the season. She's a prime example of never giving up and continuing to work hard to improve, and she eagerly made a splash with her time. You guys can come up here. Next, we have our juniors. Both Carly Murphy and Megan Moniz are returning varsity student athletes. Carly's versatility was beneficial to both our offense and defense, and she often played both positions for us with ease. Megan found her voice this season while being out on IR, providing her teammates support and guidance whether we were at practice or during a game. Rounding out our juniors is Brenna Hickey, who after being out recovering from an injury last year, returned to blow everyone away with her efforts and was a dominant force on our offense. Finally, we have our seniors. Bear with me, because this part of the speech is a little long. I would like to take a moment to extend a special thanks to this group of girls. This group has a special place in my heart because we started this journey together 4 years ago, as it was their freshman year and my first year with the program as a coach. It has been a privilege and honor to be able to watch you all grow into such beautiful young women, inside and out. I thank you on behalf of the coaches and this team for sharing this piece of your journey with us in this capacity. It truly has been an amazing, irreplaceable experience, and I will never forget any of you. I remember that we stood on the sidelines 4 years ago, and you ladies told me that I could not leave until you graduated. Those 4 years flew by, right by, and now you have almost made it to the end of this chapter. And although you are all destined to do great things with your futures, just know that this team will be your forever home. So our first senior is Olivia Burke. She's a 2.5-year varsity member and senior captain. She has been an integral part of our defense, and she's leaving a big pair of shoes behind to fill. She has plans to work in the winter and spring, and plans to attend college in the fall and study environmental studies and sustainability, and possibly minor in marine biology. She also hopes to play club soccer as well. Olivia Burke.
Yeah, Olivia!
Next we have is Ashley Shepis. She's a 1.5-year varsity member. She definitely stepped up to the plate this year as our lone keeper and kept us fighting in a lot of close games and even recorded several shutouts. She has plans to compete in varsity track and field, and she will also be a captain in that sport. She has plans to attend college in the fall and study elementary and special education, and she hopes to run track and field as well. Ashley Shepis.
Yeah, Clay!
Next we have is Carly McMahon. She's a 1-year varsity member. The amount of growth that Carly has displayed from her freshman year to now is astonishing. Her versatility was crucial to us this year, and she always put in 120% effort, whether it be on defense or up top, or as our support system on the bench when she was injured. In the spring, she has plans to play varsity lacrosse, and she hopes to attend college in the fall and is undecided on what she would like to study, but she is very interested in music and singing and would also like to play club soccer. Carly McMahon.
Yeah, Carly!
Next we have is Kylie Dion. She's a 4-year varsity member. I always go back to our first game 4 years ago, home opener against Medway, and Kylie started that game as a freshman. She streaked down the left wing and put a goal up in the upper 90, that being not only her first of many career goals, but the first goal of that game and the first goal of that season. And the rest is history with the work that she has put into this team for the past 4 years. She has plans to go on a service trip to Peru in the spring and plans to go to college in the fall and study writing and history to one day travel the world as a creative journalist. Kylie Dion.
Yeah, Kylie!
Next we have Maria Del Mar Gutierrez Azar. She's a 1-year varsity member. She came to us all the way from Mexico, and we were honored to have her as a teammate, but more so as a friend this season. Although she missed a majority of the season due to an injury, she worked hard every day in PT and came to every practicing game with a positive attitude and was a great support for her teammates. She plans to vacation home as much as she can in the winter and spring and plans to attend college in the fall, whether that be here or back home in Mexico. She would also like to participate in some internships and volunteer work. Maria Del Mar.
Yeah, Maria!
Next we have is Caitlin Smith. She's a 1-year varsity member. She is yet another versatile player with such composure and vision, whether it be on the back line or up top. She has plans to play lacrosse in the spring, and she'll be a captain in that sport. And she plans to attend college in Florida to study either nursing or business with a minor in Spanish. And she would also like to play club soccer or lacrosse in college and also to travel. Caitlin Smith.
Yeah, Caitlin!
Next we have is Riley Young. She's a 1-year varsity member. She had a clear, strong mindset this season and had a big effect on our game in terms of possession, particularly through the middle where it is most crucial. She plans to work in the winter and spring and then attend college in the fall, and she is undecided on what she would like to study, but is excited nonetheless. Riley Young.
Yeah, Riley!
Last we have is Sarah Tatarzik. She's a 4-year varsity member and senior captain. She has not only been a leader through her work ethic, but also with her voice, and always controlled the game, whether she was somewhere on the back line or in the middle. She has plans to play basketball this fall, and she will be a captain. She plans to attend college in the fall to study psychology, and she would also like to join the Best Buddies Club. Sarah Tatarzik.
Yeah, Sarah!
To conclude, I say to you, our seniors, feel accomplished. Always look back and say that you played a major part in pushing Norton girls soccer further into the future. Take pride in your efforts over the past 4 years and reflect on how that hard work transitioned and affected other areas of your life. There will always be a very special connection to my 4-year ladies, as you were my first recruiting class, and you will always find a home here. You ladies came here as young girls and are leaving as young women, each with a bright future ahead of you. Never change. You are leaving one heck of a legacy for all that come after you, and in the end, that should stand as your championship moment. And now to move on to tonight's awards. I would like to start with our varsity letters. The emphasis behind a varsity letter is on substantial improvement as well as significant performance on and off the field. It places additional focus on character, commitment, and teamwork. I just want to clarify that a student athlete is awarded a varsity letter once in their high school career, and that's why they get the pins for each season. You just add it to the letter. And thankfully, most of our athletes here are also varsity members on other teams, whether that be through soccer or another sport. But you all already received your pin, and if you did not receive a letter in your other sports that you competed in last year, just let me know because I have extra and I'll hand one out to you. But I'm just going off of your brag sheets that you gave in. So right now, we have the pleasure of awarding 3 student athletes with their varsity letters through our 2019 soccer season. So you can come up when your name is called. The first that we have is Cameron Doyle.
Yeah, Cam.
The next that we have is Lily Newell.
Yeah, Lily.
And the last that we have is Maria Del Mar Gutierrez.
Yeah, Maria.
Next we have our TBL All-Stars. Although we did not have any representation on this year's 23-girl roster for the TBL All-Star First Team, we do have several honorable mentions. These student athletes have shown above average athletic ability, have exhibited fair play, and represent good citizenship in all aspects of school and community involvement. Not only have they been recognized by our own coaching staff and their teammates for their consistent efforts and impact, but they have also been personally recognized by other teams in the league for causing trouble for opposing players and being difference makers on the field. I will call each of you up to collect their letter, and then we can all applause at the end because there's a handful of them. The first that we have is Kylie Dion.
Yeah, Kylie.
Sarah Tatarzik. Olivia Burke. Caroline Turcott. And Mackenzie Dennett. Next we have our team awards. I have to say that this group of girls made it extremely difficult this year to decide who would be awarded these 4 honors. But I could not ask for a better scenario than having such a tough decision to make. And that is truly a testament to everyone's hard work, dedication, and effort put forth this past season. The first award we have is Rookie of the Year. This award goes to the top performing student athlete in her first season with the team. This player's ball control, passing, and shooting are all uniformly strong. She is primarily a goal scorer from the striker position, where she is capable of scoring essential goals. It is this ability that helped her to lead our team in points this season with 5 goals and 2 assists, and ending with a total of 11 starts. However, she is also quite versatile, being able to contribute to our team defense, as well as modifying her individual play and transitioning into a playmaker role to accommodate the possessive needs of our team. But what I like the most about this player is her coachability and focus. She is eager to improve and succeed, and not only takes direction very well, but works very hard to implement that direction into her individual play. She was able to make huge strides from the start of the season to the end of the season because of this attribute, and she is set up to have a very successful career. The 2019 Rookie of the Year goes to Lily Newell.
Yeah, Lily.
So the next 3 awards, they're going to be little certificates that I printed out, but you guys will be getting a plaque when they come in, and Mr. Sumner will let you know when they come in, because they haven't come in yet. But you will be getting your plaque. The second award we have is Most Improved Player. This award goes to the student athlete displaying the most growth and progress during the regular season. This player began the fall season with a good skill set, but she was willing to take risks and work hard to improve those skills. Over the course of the season, she gained confidence and improved her ball anticipation, her feet movement, her punting, and her judgment regarding the best defensive move for a given situation. She was peppered in a few games, despite the great teamwork of and protection provided by her defense. Time after time, she had incredible saves, made with intention and solid technique, not just luck. The most memorable moments included watching her come out of the net to face an opposing shooter with great timing and a fearless desire to get the ball, as well as seeing her teammates swarm her, win or lose. Progress as an athlete is never constant, but this player managed to be a fierce competitor while wearing the biggest smile. The 2019 Most Improved Player goes to Ashley Shepis.
Ashley!
The third award we have have is the JFK Award. This award goes to the student athlete demonstrating an overall high level of dedication and sportsmanship. This player graced us with her talents last season, making a huge impact on the dynamic of our team. Unfortunately, she suffered an injury that prevented her from stepping on the field this season, which any athlete knows is the toughest thing to be faced with. Despite this hardship and adversity, this player continued to show up every single day with a persistent, upbeat, and positive attitude, maintained a sharp focus and support for her teammates, and most importantly, remained motivated and always worked hard in every activity that she was able to participate in. I have never seen an athlete show up to practice every day with this immense mental strength and resilience. And not once did I ever find her without a ball at her feet, or not stealing my cones for her own purposes, or staying late after practice to work some more. And these are only a handful of many reasons as to why it has been such an honor to have her as a member of our squad. We know this has not been an easy journey for her, but that is all the more reason as to why she has not only been an inspiration for me as a coach, but more importantly, one for her teammates and peers. She has so much to be proud of this far, yet has so much more to achieve and offer. The 2019 JFK Award goes to Megan Lomies. The fourth and final award we have is the Most Valuable Player. This award goes to the student athlete having the largest impact on the team both on and off the field in a positive way. This player's drive is very evident, and she is a dedicated student athlete who leads others by setting a strong example with her effort and intensity, which was displayed over the summer during practice and in regular season games. Her high skill level that she possesses is rarely matched by any other opposing player, which makes her a fearful threat by many. This quality only attests the amount of time, effort, and dedication she has put forth into growing and developing as a soccer player. She is, however, constantly working to improve her field and skills ability, as well as working to help better every player around her. But her most valuable quality is her consistency and versatility, whether it be with regards to ball control, passing, defending, possessing, and long-distance opportunities from live play action or free kicks. From her primary position as a defender this season, she had 2 goals and 3 assists with 15 starts. Her presence will be largely missed next season, but we know she will be achieving many great things. The 2019 Most Valuable Player goes to Olivia Burke.
Olivia!
Finally, we have our 2020 captains to announce. This year, we tried a new system with regards to electing captains, implementing a team vote with 50% weight to match the coach's 50% weighted vote. Being named a team captain is one of the highest honors an athlete can receive. The position of captain is given to those athletes or athlete whom the rest of the team respect and trust to lead the team in the right direction. However, with this great honor also comes great responsibility. A captain must be accountable, perform in the clutch, lead the team through bad and good moments, maintain control in pressurized situations, and be the model of excellence for their teammates. During our vote, we discussed that a suitable candidate for captaincy should embody the 3 C's: caring, courageous, and consistency. And if the student athlete successfully accomplishes these 3 C's, they will earn the bonus 4th C, which is credibility. The coach's vote and the team vote were evenly matched and mutually confirmed one another, meaning that we were all in agreement. Although it is a little unprecedented, we have decided on 4 captains for the upcoming 2020 season, as each of these girls are fully deserving. Each of these girls has clearly demonstrated an undeniable passion for the game, for competing, and for their teammates, have held themselves to a standard of giving 100% plus effort in every practice and game, leading by example, and putting the success of the team ahead of their own needs, and are truly concerned with the well-being of all team members. And each of them stepped up this season and really began to find their voice, which obviously commanded attention from everyone around them. I have the utmost confidence in this group of girls to leading this team to deeper success next season. At this time, I would like to ask both Sarah and Olivia, our 2019 captains, to come help me introduce our 2020 captains. first 2020 captain is Megan Mobies.
Yeah, Meg!
Our second 2020 captain is Megan Cross.
Yeah, Meg! So next year's girls soccer captains for 2020 will be Meg Muniz and Meg Cross.
Our third 2020 captain is Caroline Turcott.
And Caroline Turcott.
And our fourth 2020 captain is Carly Murphy.
And Carly Murphy. So we're going to have 4 captains next year's team fill. What will this team bring in 2020?
Just a final thought. What I have said throughout the season is this: what you can take away more than any team title or individual honor is a sense of accomplishment. Looking back to this summer, look at where you were as a person, a player, and as a teammate. Ladies, whether you realize it or not, we have taken great strides forward as a program. Of course, there is still work to be done, but we are that much closer, and we are building a very talent-rich, driven program. We have so much to be proud of and so much to look forward to. Thank you all for coming tonight, and please enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you, coaches. That was wonderful. We really appreciate all that you had to say. And just to build a little bit on what Nick said, we do want to recognize tonight that we do have with us the senior members of the Norton High School boys soccer team. There are 10 of them with us this evening. They finished the season with an impressive record of 17-2-3, making it all the way to the Division III South sectional finals this past Saturday. We congratulate you on a wonderful season. And if you wouldn't mind standing when we read your name. Woo! Derek Alexander.
Yeah, Derek!
Andrew Dalton.
Andrew!
Dalton. David Deadborn.
Yeah, David!
Declan Diesel.
Yeah, Declan!
Justin Knopf.
Justin!
Zach Garner.
How's that?
Captain Will O'Brien.
You will!
Captain Ben Hudson.
Yeah, Ben!
Morgan Simmons.
Yeah, Morgan!
And Alex Turcott.
Alex!
Thank you for joining us. So again, we've got 8 seniors who are graduating this year and leaving us, and we couldn't let them get away tonight without thanking them for all their hard work and their effort. We're excited for you. We know that you're moving on to bigger or better things, and it's been such a pleasure to watch you play these past 4 years. Your tenacity and spirit are unmatched. We can't wait to find out where you all end up next year, and we please ask you to come back and say hello when you are around, because we're certainly going to miss all of you. So again, when we call your names, please come up and accept a gift on behalf of the boosters and all of the parents who are in the audience tonight. Captain Olivia Burke.
Yeah, Olivia!
Maria Delmar Gutierrez Lazar.
Yeah, Maria!
Kylie Zion.
Yeah, Kylie!
Carly McMahon. Ashley Shepis. Caitlin Smith. Captain Sarah DeTarzan.
Yeah!
And Riley Young.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Sarah, doing good? Doing good.
Each girl is asked to select the 3 choices of bags from LOB that we had monogrammed for them to take to college with them.
That looks nice. Wow, that really makes
They haven't seen them yet, so we have a few other people that we need to thank tonight, and our seniors are going to help us present a few other gifts that we have right now. First, we have our coaches. They just did such an incredible job tonight, and we can't let them leave tonight without thanking them again for all of their hard work and their effort this year. So Meg and Taylor, please accept these gifts as thanks for all that you've done for our girls this year. We are incredibly grateful for your leadership and your mentorship. We appreciate all that you do, and we look forward to many more seasons together. Olivia? Taylor, lady. We certainly can't forget our #1 fan, Peter Wiggins.
Woo! Yeah, Sarah!
Another gift that
What
we have
did I get?
Sisters are deeply
Peggy and Paul did all they could to be there supporting everyone equally. Just like a winter game, Caitlin could not play because she is sick. Paul was still there cheering her teammates on. Or Paul being the responsible adult on the bench for a game for 4 kids. The dedication they show to a town that they do not live in, to a group of parents and players, some of which they know and some of which they do not, is special. It is not something that you see every day. They may be two of the most selfless people I have ever met, and I feel extremely honored to have come to know them. Whether it's Peggy, chronicling our kids' lives through the thousands of pictures she takes, I'm sure she's taking one right now.
Yeah.
Paul, being the most prepared grandfather with extra socks, shin pads, cones, the ever-needed ball pump. All I can say is thank you. I would also like to thank Caitlin for sharing your grandparents with us all these years. At this time, I'd like them both to come up. We have a token of appreciation from anyone they have touched for all the years, and that's all the sports.
Aw, thank you very much, Paul. Yeah. Yep.
For the rest of you adults, we'll be back.
And I'll be back too, everybody.
Thanks, Steve. So we're going to invite you all to go down and grab some dessert. We've got cake and